Have you ever experienced anything like stage fright back in the day or to this day on a set? Is there anything analogous to that for you?
Yeah, I had stage fright on Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Yeah.
Once you got on set, it started.
No, once I got on set, I was okay. It was the build-up to it. I'd never really experienced it. I mean, you know, in York, after 37 years, I was actually chomping at the bit to do it, and you, I don't know whether it's nerves or adrenaline or whatever. It's excitement.
Right.
There's a difference between being paralyzed with fear and which stage fright is really in a sense, and there's a difference between that and just being energized and excited to get out there.
And which was it on Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy that you experienced?
It was bone crushing. I wouldn't want to experience it again. It was. I think what had happened with it is that most of the time, most of the roles I've played, I've gone to sort of kicking and screaming. Right. And, oh, I can't do that, I'll never be able to do that, or they should cast someone else, or, you know, I could think of another actor who could play that role, and why are they thinking of me? And all of these sort of, the usual sort of insecurities and things that one sort of goes through, and I guess in a way you make an obstacle. You have to put an obstacle up, because I've got to cause some drama. You know, and make it even, I've got to make it more challenging and more difficult for myself. So a lot of the roles I've played have been roles that I've turned down and then have come back. So my process is turning something down. I think that's how I work.
And then your process is regretting it afterwards and saying, I didn't do a good enough job.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well. Yeah. So you can't win. But,
so the only happy times in the middle, basically.
But I think what happened with Tinker Tailor, I really did feel that this time I'd get found out. That because you're always waiting for the tap on the shoulder, you know. You're actually.
Thanks for trying. You can go back home now.
Yeah, you're a fraud.
Right.
You know. And Alec Guinness had such a huge success with it, and was to many, and probably still is, the definitive Smiley. And that the ghost of Guinness really it got into me. Right. It got inside my head, and I thought, I am really going to be found out, and I'm going to fail miserably at this. And what have I done? You know, I've said yes to this thing, and now I'm up against this legendary performance that I will invariably, undoubtedly be compared to. You know, so you're really sort of out on the wire with it, and it got to me to the point where I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was in cold sweats. It was really quite terrifying. And then my producing partner over there, Doug, actually came to the set with me on the first day, and I was so uptight that I said to him for the first shot, the very first scene, which was actually with Tom Hardy, pretty good place to start.
Yep.
And I said to Doug, don't come to the set. Let me go down on my own.
No one needs to see this.
No, please don't. And I got on the set, and I looked around and I thought, oh, I know where I am. What sort of fuss about? like, it evaporated. It just sort of left me. So there was this enormous build-up to the point where I actually at one point considered not doing it and getting out of it. Now, obviously, I was deep in it, and they were already shooting, and and it was my day on set was less than a week away, but it had crossed my mind that I need to just get on a plane and get out of here. You know, it's you asked me about it.
Yeah. No. That's what I wanted to hear. This is why I love talking to you, because not only are you the best actor on the planet, but you have such anxiety about it all that it's so relatable. I want a genius that is neurotic at the same time. That's what you're my sweet spot, Gary.
Look, you gotta. I mean, it's all. You jump, and sometimes it's, you know, there's a lot of mediocre shit. You know, you can't. You know, there's a couple of good ones. There's a couple of good ones.